Hey everyone. So, it's that time again. So, what I mean is I feel like I'm at a point right now where it's time for another break. And it's a combination of things. For one thing, I'm feeling kind of tired these days. Been working a lot at my job, lots of hours. That's not necessarily a bad thing, obviously. That's a good thing, but it does, of course, take away from being able to work on this, and it at times just kind of drains me a bit of energy that I would like to put towards this. So, I don't know. I'm going to be kind of feeling out how it goes going forward. Another thing is that you can see that the Legendary Edition is here, but this is on my PS4. And at the moment, as I suspected, and I said this in the final part of that Renegade run, which you guys probably saw, which was basically letting you guys know that I was going to be switching to this to continue that, is that, as I suspected, I cannot get it to run on my PC at the moment because I'm still using the Windows 8.1 software, OS, I guess you could say. And it's when I saw the minimum requirements were going to be Windows 10, I had a feeling this was going to happen. And it won't run until I can upgrade it. Now, it could also possibly be a GPU issue. I'm not entirely sure. I will be looking into that as well, but I'm basically going to be looking to try and upgrade my OS to Windows 10. I just want to do a little bit of research and such before I actually do that because I'm cautious about what could happen as a result in terms of, what it would do to my PC and what's, what I've got on it. Like, how would it make it brand new and erase everything and such? It's stuff I'm not really sure of because I don't really have any experience with this. I'm not really knowledgeable or experienced when it comes to stuff like PCs. So it's something I'm going to be looking into. Now, if you're someone who perhaps is a PC expert watching this, feel free to kind of chime in on this in the chat or in the chat. In the comments. You can tell I've been sometimes checking on some people on Twitch, what I'm referring to as chat now. But anyways, I'm going to be looking into upgrading that and setting that up, possibly also upgrading my GPU, try and make sure it's up to snuff and everything, it's all good to go, able to run it. There have been some issues I have been hearing in terms of stability, but that's to be expected. That's always expected when something comes out. Like in the first week, people are going to they're going to find bugs. It's going to have some crash issues. It's not uncommon. It's very, very common. Even with a game series that's a decade old like Mass Effect, when you're going to redo it and remake it to try and upgrade it, there are still going to be some issues here and there. So this will, of course, give time for it to get a bit more patched up. Is what I'm trying to say. While I also try to upgrade my PC. Now, I'm not entirely sure if it could be a hardware issue. I hope not. I hope I don't have to actually upgrade the hardware. We'll find out if that's the case. If it's just a software thing, that could probably be an easy fix. I'm not sure. But this will give me time to be able to do that. And it's not just for the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is also for anything in the future as well, because it's becoming very clear that they are developing stuff where the minimum requirement is going to be Windows 10, where running it on an older Windows software is just not going to be feasible unless you want to run older games. But, because heck, there are even some games like, for example, I can't get Fallout 3 to run on my PC because I don't have the older version of the Windows OS for it to run on. It won't run on anything this high. So you would have to have one of those things that scales to the different versions of the OS for it to run on. But I don't really have that. But that's just kind of like one of those strange things of how that works. It's one of the reasons why I actually stayed away from PC for a while, because of all the complications that come in that regard. Because as you can see, getting it to run on my PS4 is just fine. I don't know if that's going to be the case if when I eventually get a PS5. I'm hoping it can run on PS5 because I've been seeing people playing games that were on PS4 on PS5, like the Spider-Man game, for example. People have been playing that on PS5, not just the new one with Miles Morales, but the one that came out a few years ago. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, that they'll be able to have it where it runs on PS5, as well as some other things coming out. Plus, it's going to be one of those things where there are certain games I know are coming for PS5 that I want to be able to, play, like the next God of War game. You guys probably saw how much I loved the recent God of War game on PS4, and I did a playthrough of it, and I just loved it, and I really want to play the next one that's coming out, which I have heard is going to be on PS5, so that's going to be the thing. Plus, of course, then there's the other Miles Morales game, which I have heard good things about. So it's basically time for a little break, because I am a little lacking in terms of actual videos to upload to the channel at the moment. I have one video left. It's a special little part 1 teaser for something that's been on my mind for a while. I'm going to upload it tomorrow after I upload this today, as kind of like the last little bit to leave you guys with while I'm on a upload break, trying to get some energy back and recover, as well as be able to upgrade some tech and such, being able to take some time to try and improve the quality of my stuff, which can be able to hopefully transfer over to the quality of the videos that you guys will see on this channel. So yeah, I the last time we did this was, of course, before Shadowlands came out, and I got pretty, as you can probably guess, really into that, really recording a lot when that came out, as you can probably expect, and I've been doing a lot with that, as you guys can probably guess if you are familiar with how it is set up and works, having 4 characters at max and having done all the Covenant stuff for the channel, not to mention trying to do some high level stuff at times, as well as working on alts and such. Yeah, can be a little tiresome or a little draining. It's not that I'm getting bored of it, because I'm not, but trying to do that as well as working tons of hours at at your job and such, it can be a little it can cause you to be a little tired, is what I'm getting at. Plus, there's also the real life situation that right now we are in a very interesting time where we are also looking to get vaccinated and such. I have yet to get mine. Both my parents have gotten theirs, though, and they're doing great. But I expect that when I do get mine, I'm probably going to have a reaction as well. Probably going to be a little, either a little sick or just a little down for a little while. So that's going to take away from this as well. Yeah, so this is going to be a very interesting time during this break for me to try and deal with this and deal with that, in preparation for when I come back to try and bring you guys more higher quality content. I'm also possibly going to be looking into changing my capture software, because what I have been learning is that for those of you who have perhaps seen my more recent PC vids, where you can tell I've been recording at a higher quality compared to what I used to record, say on here, because you can probably already tell looking at the screen that I'm back to the lower quality. It's because I seem to be having an issue trying to actually get what I need on the higher quality capture card for my PS4 compared to on PC. It's more, kind of a connection issue, trying to get like this on this screen, the audio here, and it gets a little complicated in that regard. I've been using Elgato Game Capture the whole time that I've been on this channel, and it's possibly time to look to change. I know that OBS is probably the go-to, but I don't know. There's just, it's going to take some adjusting, because you know how it is when you've used something for so long. You know it, you're comfortable with it, you know how it works, you know what to do, how to get it to run just fine, and then you switch to something else you're not familiar with and you're brand new to, and you get a little like, oh gosh, what do I do? How do I do this? And you don't really have someone who is super knowledgeable or experienced with it to be able to be like, oh, you just do this, and help kind of bring you in or kind of get you more comfortable with it. So I would have to try and actually reach out to other certain people that use it and be like, hey, could you give me like a little bit of a run through of how this works so I can kind of be able to know how to use it myself. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. But anyways, this is something that you can look forward to going forward. Whenever I do come back, hopefully it won't be too long of a break. But yeah, as I've said before, when it comes to other breaks I take on my channel, this is a good time if you want to either watch some stuff that perhaps you haven't seen here, if you want to catch up on some of my older stuff, or check out some other playlists from years ago at this point, and as well as try and help spread some of my content. If you want to share some of my videos to other people, try to help me get to that higher subscriber mark so I can be able to actually apply for a YouTube partnership. I would very much appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna try and both rest and recuperate, as well as try and get some stuff to upgrade my stuff so that we can be able to do this better and a higher quality. Like I said, there will be one more video that comes out after this as a little teaser for you guys of what I am hoping to do going forward. And I will see you guys next time.